Hi guys, Redneck Wannabe, and today let's talk about sheds. So if you recall from some of my old or past videos, you may have seen that just ugly looking white thing in the background, and that was the old chicken coop that I explained in one of the videos earlier. And so I tore that down and I was able to repurpose some of the 2x4s. So there's a stack of them right over there. So I was able to repurpose some of those, and you can see how I used those on the door frames. But my uncle is down from Wisconsin. He's visiting us, and he's got a homestead up there, and he and I were talking. And I don't care if you've got a homestead of 20 acres or if you've got a homestead that's, you know, a postage stamp lot in a suburb like I have. You have stuff. I mean, you just stuff. And my garage was getting incredibly full, and so I was in desperate need to make this. And I want to thank Texas Prepper because I got the Texas Prepper 2, because I got the plans from him. This was his design for a greenhouse, but he also showed how you could put corrugated metal on it and make it just a shed. So whether or not this is a greenhouse or a shed, or, you know, if you've got a good mother-in-law, maybe you could even make this a mother-in-law cottage. So, sorry, Dorothy, just kidding. But you know, it's man, surprisingly, I was shocked at how sturdy this thing is. I mean, I'm shaking, and it's just not even moving. So, I'm about 80% complete. Obviously, I've got to get the front door, and I had I don't know where I got this, but I've had all my tools and stuff like that on here, and I was just desperate for space. So I brought this out. My son and I just finished all of this about 15 minutes ago. So how you know, you can see with the zip ties, I didn't attach this with the zip tie, but I just used zip tie just to keep it hanging so we could screw it on. But man, this is sturdy. So you can see I'm using the clear panel just for light, and then the metal panel right here. Now, a couple things. This is, if I were really good at construction, this thing would look really, really good, but I'm not. So I can do enough construction to be really, really dangerous. So these are originally 8-foot long panels. If I were to do it again, I would use 12-foot just to you know, just to make it look as nice as I could. This back part, this was, I guess, the trickiest part, because like I said, I don't have a construction background, and I didn't know, you know, really how to cut everything. But what I did do was I taped some old newspaper together, and I basically made a template, and then I took this over to you know, to the plywood and just traced it and cut it. So you can see, you know, a lot of places fairly good, you know, a couple places, few gaps. So I don't know if I'm going to come back with, I think it's what, good stuff or great stuff or whatever it's called, and fill in those gaps and cracks. I don't know if I'll do that or not, but maybe I will, maybe I won't. I've got it sitting on just some concrete blocks, 4 on each side. I wanted to keep it up off the dirt, just so the dirt doesn't rot out the 2x4s. But man, this is, I mean, I like this. So, and you know, the funny thing was, just last week I got and I don't know where I got put on the mailing list, but I think it says like Farm Tech or something like that. And they're advertising something similar to this, but I think this is, if I remember right, 9 foot long by 7 foot wide. And they're advertising like, I think a 10 by 8 for $875, and that does not include the shipping. And you know, I'm into this $300, and you know, just I like this because I have the sense of accomplishment that, man, I built this, and so whenever I look at it, I'm like, you know, I can do it. And this just goes to show that, you know, all I had a miter saw, a what all saws did I have? Miter saw, some people call them a chop saw, the rotary saw, and a drill. And that's all I had. And so with those basic tools, I built this. And so, I like this. I just, it makes me feel good. I can do something. So it doesn't look pretty, but who cares? I built it. It works. It's functional. It's solid, and that's all that matters. So all I have left, put the door on, paint it. I'll bring in my tools. Also in here, my plan is I've got some solar panels that I use to pump the sump pump for the rain harvesting. So I'm going to put the batteries under there, and I'm just going to drill a hole. And the plan is this side faces south, and so I'm going to put a couple, or the solar panels that I have, I'm going to put right here, just so they can always get sun. And then I'll put the inverter and all that, and so I'll probably just drill a hole right in there somewhere, and it'll work. But anyway, this is it. So all we have to do is we have to paint it and put the door on, and I think we're done. So, like I said, thanks to Texas Prepper 2, his plans worked awesome. So I hope this helps, and all in all, I think it took maybe a full day, but we had to space this out over a couple days, obviously. My uncle coming in and spending time with him and family stuff, but this thing worked great. So hats off to you if you do this, and who cares if you have a construction background, just do it. And if it looks ugly, who cares? It's practical. You'll use it in a greenhouse. Man, I think this would be one awesome greenhouse. So anyway, I hope this helps. Thanks for watching. Y'all take care.